Hi everyone, this is my first Julie's Jewel in 2025, so I hope you all had a wonderful holiday and New Year. I was away with friends, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and my daughter, and ended the vacation with a little bit of sickness, so I haven't felt well enough to get on here, but here I am. So, still a little gunk. Okay, so what I want to offer you today, the jewel that I want to offer you, is the power of intention setting. So, two examples I want to give you. Well, let me just say a little bit about intention setting. I think that if you set an intention for an event, an experience, a vacation, a work thing you're going to do, it offers the frame, it offers the foundation from which to make more sound decisions throughout the process and throughout the experience, and increases the chances that you're going to actually create that which you intend to create. So a couple years ago, my daughter was bat mitzvahed, and I went all out in everything. But most importantly, and I've done things like this before where I've gone all out. I'm like all in on something. I really go big or go home. I go big instead of going home. But what was predictable was that I was going to be stressed and sort of like suffering throughout the process of creating this magical thing. I'm hoping some of you can relate to this, right? There's something wonderful in your life, but like you create such overwhelm because you want it to be this way and that's that way. And, as a consequence, you don't really enjoy the experience, or your enjoyment is really tamped down. So my intention with that experience was, I'm going to go big, but I'm also going to really chill and enjoy the experience, allow for help from my friends and family. And on the night of, I was going to be fully present and just taking it all in. And lo and behold, that happened. That was the experience I had. It was one of the most magical experiences of my life. And I think a big part of it was that I set out to do that. I set out to create that experience. There were other things I had to do along the way, but that's an example. The other one I want to bring is, so I had a 10-day vacation in Morocco. I went with two dear friends of mine and their families, but I also took my older daughter. And this was going to be, and is the most concentrated amount of time that I've spent with my older daughter. She's 19, she's a sophomore in college, probably in our lives. It was going to be intense. We're going to be in this foreign country, immersed in a cultural experience and sharing itty bitty space for like a long period of time. Those of you who know me well know that while I would walk through fire for this young woman, we haven't always had an easy relationship. And I take a lot of responsibility. I think she takes a lot of responsibility, but it hasn't always been easy. So I set an intention that this was going to be an important bonding experience for our relationship, that I was going to let things that normally would sort of drive me crazy or irk me or lead me to be judgmental and critical, like I was going to let more things roll off me in service of creating this tighter knit bond and this really like imprinted memory of a really interesting and powerful and fun and adventurous and unique experience together. And, I'm not fully done excavating the learnings from the experience because it really was so impactful in so many ways. But I will tell you that I think creating this frame for myself along the way of my intention of what I wanted to create as a mother to her, in partnership with her, when we were sharing space together, really helped me in moments that I was triggered or irritated to like reset and ground myself in my intention again. And that offered different options of how to show up, what to say, how to react, how to behave. I'm not taking full credit for this at all, but I do want to say that I can look back and honestly report that it was an important experience for us to have together. And I think it has fundamentally changed the way we engage with one another. I intend to really carry forward a lot of my learnings here and use them in my motherhood. So, Julie's Jewel today is the power of intention setting. Have a great weekend.